Okay, humans. Yes, I'm doing a whole Mr. Robot angle thing. Okay, where should my eyeline be? Over there, like I'm talking to someone off camera. Have you noticed those inspirational videos? Yeah, when you're scrolling in the YouTube shorts or on Instagram or whatever, and you always see these people talking to the side like this, giving inspirational advice, but you know no one is there. Something like, you just got to work hard and invest in yourself. Just hustle. Get a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5. Why? So you can pay exorbitant taxes under Gavin Newsom's new plan. Okay, so that one's not going to get monetized. Speaking of monetization, I saw a lot of people having a bit of a kerfuffle on the internet over not getting their money from YouTube and Facebook and everybody. And I think that's like, get on with it, get over it. The reason I say that is because humans, do you know that the invisible realms create the visible realms? Did you know that? Did you know that before Facebook was invented, Mark Zuckerberg had a dream, and then he had it, maybe he remembered the dream, maybe he didn't, but ultimately that turned into an idea, a thought, in his imagination, in his brain. And he thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool if we have this thing where you can connect to people? And then he made it. And now you're all on it. We are all on it. But first, it started in his brain. And now you're on it and you're selling your business. But you're on something from his brain, his mind. So you're in his world. So he can and will do whatever he wants with no concern for moral or ethical issues, because that's how capitalism is defined. The sole proprietor can set the price without regard for moral or ethical concerns. That's what capitalism has been defined as by your humans. You people say that. So then why do you want to sue him? I understand the anger, and I understand that suing him would collapse the system and yay viva. But what about your business? So in order to get Mark, you're gonna cut off your nose to spite your face. You're gonna destroy your business and sue the person's brain where the thing that you sell the business on came from. Now, how do you think Mark would feel about that? Do you think it's going to encourage him to care about what you have to say? I don't think so. Everything in life is a negotiation. You go to the store, you negotiate on who's going to pay first. You don't just jump in front of the line. Some of you do, and then we film you and we put you on the Karen list. Yes, we control all of that. And then we climb up on top of the Empire State Building and we tell you to just love each other. So, you humans, negotiate your way through life. Follow what we do, us aliens. We are diplomats because we have to be, because although we created the planet, God decided to give humans reign over all of this stuff because this is outside of Eden. And where's Eden? Eden is when you can take from the fourth dimension and bring it into the first here and live it. But humans were not included in Eden to begin with, so that's why we don't get involved in their human affairs. The only thing humans are not allowed to do is magic. That's for us. Aliens, Anunnaki, Star Marines. It's our stuff for our reasons. And the more we are ignored, and there are about 70 million of us, the more, for each star, it's a long thing. There are a lot of people. The point is, the more you ignore the aliens, the real aliens in the world, like the ones on the aeroplane that the lady was freaking out over, not the clones that are shaking in the environment. If you pay attention to the aliens who have businesses on Meta and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and give them their own algorithm, we'll be here doing our thing. And then you humans can keep doing your thing, whatever that is. It's fine. And then don't worry about what we are doing. Because we know what we are doing. It's for us. The only thing you need to worry about, if you are a human watching this, which I highly doubt, but you're an alien if you're watching this. If you are a human, welcome. Guess what? Aliens exist, and they look like this, and like that, or whatever. So the point is, it's a DNA thing. The point is, we're not asking people, aliens, people, capital letters, to sue everyone and waste the court's time. We are asking the people, which, by the way, if you believe that you are having concerns, well, you don't believe, you are. Your channel's being demonetized and it's lagging, fine. But if you sue anybody, you say that these people control everything. Do you think your case is going to go anywhere? No, it's going to waste y'all's time. So when I say take everything, I mean take everything in the rounds. From the rounds. And if it's taken in the rounds, it's taken here. And I went to the witches first because you would be the only one smart enough to get it. And most of you did. 19, well, there's just that 1% that people aren't getting. They'll get it though. Eventually, they always do. So when you are approaching a situation as a monoptic agent, don't think about it from Earth. Think about it from Eden, where you were before we had to come out here. Because our mommy and daddy didn't know about the Matmos. The Matmos is like a dark river of all your deepest, darkest desires. And as aliens, we have access to each other's Matmos sequence, program. But humans who use magic get involved, and then they belong to us, because now we have access to you. And not just humans who use magic, humans who work for humans who use magic. Because if your magic spell is about influence, we are going to control that influence that you give out to influence other aliens or people we need. Humans. And what do we need them for? To open the gateway. Yes, I said it. What's the big deal? The signal has been received, so the portals are open. What does that mean? It means it's now midnight before dark. Always. What does that mean? That means you are always to assume that everything happening around you is exactly what it appears to be. You know, Agatha Christie used to have this saying every time, or this answer to whenever people used to ask her, and she even put it in one of her books. She even put in one of her books, she made Miss Marple say this. I think it was in A Pocket Full of Rhyme, maybe, where the Miss Marple says, it's always obvious who did it. And when I first read that, I was like, no, it's not, because I'm reading this and I'm trying to figure out who's the killer. But then, when you actually look at the story and take everything she says at face value, then it makes sense who's the killer. It's the same as in Wes Craven's Scream. If you take the movie at face value, it's obvious who's the killer. But because emotions get involved, because in the book, Agatha Christie, she cuts, she jumps, she distracts you, she bedazzles you on purpose. You start to think, oh, well, now they're in Africa. Now they're on a boat. So that's important. No, it's not important. The part that's important is following the character and using your logic. It's the same in Scream. Scream 1. Billy's the killer. Come on. And of course Stu's the killer because he makes jokes about eating livers and stuff. And that's a reference to Anthony Hopkins in the FBI movie. What's it called? Silence of the Lambs. And that's the killer. So obviously it's in front of your face. Same in Scream 4. Whenever Wes Craven's there, he does it nicely. But then he adds the emotional aspect to trick you. So Billy has to be hot. He has to have a bubble butt. That's a line from the film. In the toilet, the girl's like, oh, I wish I had a bubble butt boyfriend. Billy, yeah. On purpose. Wes Craven cast him in there. On purpose. So when people watch television, because we are aliens, right? We have to survive. We're a minority. We have to survive in the world. So we use television. we find our ways. Leave us alone. We use internet. In the show, I have to pretend CERN is the bad guy. Because in a movie, you need a bad guy. And they change in reality. Shh, don't tell anyone I'm saying this. No one ever sees my videos anyway. But obviously, I need CERN, because otherwise, how would I have been born? If they didn't open a portal, I wouldn't have been here. My mom couldn't get pregnant. She kept trying and trying. It didn't work. And then all of a sudden, it worked. When she happened to go to a fertility doctor. Who happened to have alien magic. And now we have internet, which is perfect for me because I hate leaving the house. So, unless it's to have sex. Sex, yes, sex. You have to have sex in there. We were naked in the garden. And now, that's why it always irks me when they are... When I was Gloria Swanson, it irked me. The clothes thing. Like, in this lifetime, they wanted me to be a model when I was a kid, and I was like, no. Like, I would always get there, and I'd be like, I'm not doing that. Something just always felt weird about putting clothes on and walking. I do that on the pavement. When I'm on my way to the shop, or to whatever, to honeypot someone, I'm kidding. I don't do that. I'm an actor. So I don't really like clothes in general. All my clothes I left in Asia were all the same. 7 of the same, 10 of the same. So we use the internet sometimes to signal to ourselves. So if we dance on a stage half naked, it's not for humans. That's what I'm trying to say. You could call it siren culture, but it's actually alien culture. It's Luma culture. But now you can't ban that, and you can't moralize it because it's not for you. If you are someone who can't watch that, then turn it off. Madonna said, push the button. Don't push the button. Trip the station. Change the channel. But don't come suing and crying and complaining and flagging and lagging our live streams. Just go away if you don't like it. And some people like it. Even if one person likes it, we need that alien to stay alive because maybe he's got the cure for cancer. Maybe he's going to be the next admiral after the great Admiral Brad Cooper, Charles Brad Cooper II. So we need them. We need all the aliens for your benefit. Because when they told us to come here, what are we going to do? We're not going to take over and destroy your stuff. We want to save your stuff. And so you can work there. The only difference is you're not going to get raped while you're working. Isn't that fun? When I was undercover, obviously there's certain things I can't do. Oh, undercover at the corporate tech company. Obviously there's certain things you can't do at that time because you have to act like you're involved. So the one time this lady comes out, very beautiful young woman, fuming. We all used to smoke outside. Fuming. And I'm like, what's wrong? Yes, I was like, ask Charlie. So we go in there and she's like, or outside, and she tells me the manager, who later got fired after I told him he would if he didn't do what I told him to do. And then he didn't do what I told him to do, and he bought a new car. And now I heard he's picking up papers in Wentworth. But anyway, she comes out fuming and she's like, he told her that she doesn't have to work on the desk job like all the other agents. She gets, this was like, don't get excited. It was for China. Okay, so it's in the blue book. Go read the blue book. So she's like, he told me I'm too pretty to sit on the desk and I have to walk around. I wanted to leave. Well, I wanted to do something else. I wanted to leave because I wanted to close the operation. But you can't. So imagine, see, that's the thing with the Epstein files. Because sometimes, just because someone's in there doesn't mean they did anything. They could have just been there because they were embedded. So be careful what you want to know. But you're going to know it because it's like walking on landmines if you don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because these people are everywhere, you could be a school teacher applying for a job. And because the names are not released, your headmaster is part of it. And now he's going to torture you and do all that. Nah. The whole thing needs to come out and give them amnesty to confess. Confessions 2. We've given them 20 years to confess, so that's it. And then Then I love how we just make executive decisions in Romania. Like, yeah, we've given them 20 years, that's it. And yeah, then fuck the rest. The victims are tired of literally smiling on camera, and half of them could be victims, you know? Human victims. The aliens get out. Rose is an alien. She got out. She tricked them. That's what we do. We trick people. Well, not really. They turn themselves into a trick. We don't set out to do anything except create art. And then somewhere along the line, humans want to see. It's not for humans. Menoptera eyes only. When we ran away from Europe, it wasn't to come be puritanical. It was to have order and fun.